today we're doing a comparison of these 3 space heaters that I found on Amazon. They were all highly rated and I had different needs. And so I got 3 different price points to see which one would fill the needs for my home. Been using them for several weeks now in lots of different situations so I can share with you my actual experience, not just show them to you out of the box. Before we go over them individually, let's talk about what they have in common. They're all 1500 watts, 120 volts, and are rated for 200 cubic feet. So they're all supposed to do the exact same thing. They all have a 6-foot cord. So they all have the same size of cord, and they're all oscillating, and they all have a remote control. So let's talk about their individual features. The Jibufi is the most compact of all of them, and it can produce heat in 2 seconds, and it can heat a 200 cubic foot room pretty quickly. So it shows the temperature on top. It has different heating modes, so you can go heat 1, 2, or 3. And heat 1 is just a fan, heat 2 is medium heat, heat 3 is high heat. Now you saw that it was kind of hard to push all the buttons from on top. That is one thing that I don't love about this. It's a little sticky. Also, this one won't shut off once it hits the temperature that you want. So if you're set at 70 degrees and the room is at 70 degrees, it just turns into fan mode, so it runs continuously. That was the one downside to this one and why I liked the Dreo more. This was the least expensive and it works really great for an office. That's where we have it set up permanently now, just under the desk in an office, and it's great for that. Now, it is a little noisier than the Dreo, but it's a little less noisy than the Burlan. And so it's really great for the price point. Really happy with the Jibufi. Now the middle one here is the Dreo, and as I turn it on, it will be harder to hear. It has the same features as the other one, but the big differentiator for me is if I go into temperature mode, and it's at 70 degrees, and my room's already at 70 degrees, it is going to run a fan for a few seconds, and then it will put it into standby mode, which is awesome. This stays in the bedroom because I can run it at night, and as long as it's at the temperature I want it to be, I don't have to have any white noise. And even though this is the least white noise of the 3, I like to have no noise at all, and so I love that it will go into standby mode. For me, that's huge. It also oscillates. Oh, see, it has shut down because it's at the ideal temperature. I love that so much. It's so great. This one is a little more expensive, but this is by far my favorite of the 3. Now, this one was the most expensive, the Burlan, and it has the same features. It has a remote control. It does all the same things, but it is a little bit bigger. And I actually found, while these are all supposed to heat up a 200 cubic foot room, we tried all 3 of them in larger rooms, and this one actually heated up the larger room just fine. So we did like a 350 cubic foot room, and this actually did a really good job heating throughout that room. And so if you're looking just for a lot of heat, the Burlan is nice. Now, it's a little bit bigger, it takes more space, and it's a little bit noisier. And so those are things to consider. You'll notice as I turn it off, it runs the fan for a few seconds. All of them do that to clear out the air. And they all have anti-tip features, and they all have remote controls. So all 3 are good choices, but if I could only pick one, I'm going with the Dreo.